Did you know some of the best-selling trucks in America are the ones mechanics see most on their lifts, with problems the manufacturer knew about before you signed the paperwork? These are not obscure brands. They are trucks sitting on dealer lots right now. Today, we are counting down the 10 trucks mechanics say to never buy. And number 1 has an active class action lawsuit filed against it in 2026. Number 10, Chevrolet Colorado / GMC Canyon, 2015 to 2018. GM's mid-size truck comeback was supposed to challenge the Tacoma. Instead, it challenged owners' patience and their bank accounts. The 2015 to 2018 Chevrolet Colorado and GMC Canyon arrived with serious fanfare. A modern mid-size truck from GM, finally. But the first 2 model years were plagued with problems that should never have left the factory floor. The 8-speed automatic transmission was the biggest offender. Harsh shifts, delayed engagement, shuddering under light acceleration. Owners described the driving experience as feeling like the truck was constantly fighting itself between gears. GM issued multiple TSBs. The problem never fully went away. The 2.8-liter Duramax diesel option, which sounded like a brilliant idea on paper, developed injector failures and turbocharger issues that turned a fuel-efficient work truck into an expensive liability. Repair costs for diesel-related failures ran $2,000 to $5,000. And the 2015 model year, the very first year of the generation, was the worst of all. Steering complaints, brake issues, electrical gremlins. Consumer Reports ranked it among the least reliable trucks in its class. The rule with any new generation of truck is simple. Never buy the first model year. GM proved exactly why. Number 9, Ford Ranger, 2019 to 2022. Ford brought the Ranger back after a decade away and promised it was ready to compete. The transmission had other ideas. The 2019 to 2022 Ford Ranger returned to the American market with a turbocharged 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder and a 10-speed automatic transmission. The engine was capable. The transmission was not ready. Harsh shifting, delayed gear engagement, slipping between gears, shuddering under light acceleration. The complaints started appearing on forums within months of the truck going on sale, and they kept coming. The transmission complaint onset was documented as early as 39,000 miles. Repair costs ranged from $449 for minor fixes to $8,900 for full replacement. The turbocharger and wastegate developed issues that caused rough running and misfires, sometimes before 54,000 miles. On a truck that was supposed to be Ford's answer to the Tacoma, these were not acceptable numbers. Electrical issues compounded the frustration. Warning lights, infotainment failures. No start events left owners stranded with no stored diagnostic codes and no explanation. Ford issued TSBs, no recall. Owners absorbed the cost. The Ranger had a decade to get it right. It came back and repeated the same mistakes Ford made with the 6 F35 transmission, just in a smaller package. Number 8, Ram 1500 eTorque, 2019 to 2023. Ram built one of the most comfortable trucks on the market. Then they added a mild hybrid system that turns that comfort into a liability. The 2019 to 2023 Ram 1500 with the eTorque mild hybrid system was marketed as the best of both worlds. The legendary 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with added efficiency from a 48-volt battery system. What owners got instead was a truck that stalled without warning, applied its own parking brake in traffic, and left drivers stranded with no diagnostic codes to explain why. Engine shutdowns while slowing for turns, stalls at intersections. The eTorque system was failing mid-drive with a stop/start unavailable warning that offered no solution and no timeline for repair. Ram issued a recall covering 131,700 trucks for a PCM software update. For many owners, the software update fixed nothing. the stalls continued, the battery warnings continued, and the dealers, who had no clear diagnostic path, continued sending owners home with promises that the problem was resolved. It was never resolved. The 48-volt battery replacement alone runs $1,500 to $3,000 on a truck you are still making payments on, with a problem the manufacturer acknowledged and couldn't fix. Number 7. Nissan Titan, 2004 to 2006 and 2016 to 2018. Nissan built the Titan to take on the Big Three. In certain years, it couldn't even take on its own reliability record. The Nissan Titan has 2 generations of problem years that mechanics specifically warned buyers about: the early first-generation models from 2004 to 2006, and the troubled second-generation launch years of 2016 and 2018. The early first-gen Titans developed engine knocking and crankshaft issues that were catastrophic when they let go. Owners reported complete engine failures that arrived without warning and without mercy. On a truck that was supposed to compete with the F-150 and Silverado, this was brand-damaging territory. The 2016 relaunch was supposed to fix everything. It didn't. Drivetrain complaints, transmission failures, fuel system issues. The 2016 Titan earned some of the worst reliability scores in the full-size truck segment in its very first year back on the market. And here is what makes both generations especially painful. Nissan's dealer network for truck parts and service is significantly thinner than Ford, GM, or Ram. When something goes wrong on a Titan, finding a dealer who stocks the parts and has the expertise to fix it quickly is not guaranteed. Downtime is longer. Frustration is higher. The Titan has good years. These are not them. Number 6. Ford F 153.5-liter EcoBoost, 2011 to 2014. Ford's turbocharged VE6 was supposed to kill the V8. In its first generation, it nearly killed Ford's half-ton reputation instead. The first-generation 3.5-liter EcoBoost, fitted to F-150 from 2011 to 2014, was a genuinely impressive engine in many ways: power, towing capacity, fuel economy. On paper, it delivered everything Ford promised, but the real world told a different story. Intercooler condensation caused misfires under hard acceleration, particularly in humid weather. Owners described the truck stumbling and hesitating at the worst possible moments. Timing chain wear appeared earlier than it should have. The cam phaser rattle became a known issue that dealers heard constantly. Exhaust manifold warping caused a ticking, screeching noise that owners initially mistook for something minor. It was not minor. Manifold repair ran $2,000 to $5,000. Cam phaser replacement ran $1,000 to $5,000. Timing chain jobs ran $3,000 to $8,000. And these failures were not isolated. They were patterns, documented across thousands of trucks, on forums, in dealership service records, and in TSBs that Ford issued without ever committing to a full recall. Ford fixed most of these issues in the second-generation EcoBoost, but owners of the 2011 to 2014 trucks paid for the education. We are halfway through the list, and it only gets worse from here. If you have not subscribed yet, hit that button now. This is exactly the content that saves you thousands at the dealership. Number 5. Chevy Silverado 1500, 2014 to 2018. 5.3-liter AFM. GM's best-selling truck, and the one that introduced a fuel-saving technology so destructive, it has its own dedicated repair industry. The 2014 to 2018 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with the 5.3-liter V8 and active fuel management, AFM, is the truck that taught an entire generation of owners what a collapsed lifter sounds like. AFM was designed to shut down 4 cylinders at highway speeds to save fuel. In theory, brilliant. In practice, the AFM system caused oil pressure fluctuations that starved the lifters. Lifters collapsed, camshafts were destroyed, and the repair, which required pulling the engine, ran $2,500 to $5,000 at a dealership. The failure pattern was so consistent and so well documented that an entire aftermarket industry emerged around deleting the AFM system entirely. Owners were paying $500 to $800 to remove a feature they never asked for, just to stop it from destroying their engine. GM knew. The warranty claims were stacking up. The pattern was undeniable, and GM kept shipping the same system in the same trucks for years. When the fix for a manufacturer's technology is to delete it completely, the technology was never ready. Number 4. Toyota Tundra 2022 to 2023 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6. Toyota's reputation for reliability is legendary. The third-generation Tundra is the exception that proves the rule. The 2022 and 2023 Toyota Tundra replaced the beloved 5.7-liter V8 with a new 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6. On paper, more power, better efficiency, modern engineering. In reality, metal debris left inside the engine during the manufacturing process was contaminating main bearings, causing knocking, stalling, rough running, and in the worst cases, complete engine failure. Toyota recalled over 100,000 vehicles. The fix was not a repair. It was a full engine replacement. Think about that. A brand new Toyota Tundra, a truck that costs $50,000 to $70,000, requires a complete engine replacement because of debris left on the factory floor. Owners who bought these trucks specifically because of Toyota's reliability reputation felt genuinely betrayed, and the recall didn't fully contain the problem. Reports of failures continued on trucks built after the initial recall window. Toyota expanded the recall. Owners kept waiting. Dealers ran out of replacement engines. The 5.7-liter V8 that this engine replaced never had a recall in its entire production run. That comparison says everything. 3 trucks left, and number 1 is still on dealer lots right now. Don't go anywhere, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now so you never miss a video like this one. Number 3, Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid 2021 to 2023. Ford combined a twin-turbo V6 with a hybrid system and called it the future of the F-150. Mechanics call it the most complicated truck they have ever worked on. The F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid was Ford's most technologically ambitious truck, a 3.5-liter EcoBoost paired with a 35-kilowatt electric motor and a 1.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The result was impressive on paper: 430 horsepower, 570 pound-feet of torque. In the real world, Consumer Reports ranked it at or near the bottom of full-size trucks for reliability. Erratic shifting from the hybrid integrated 10-speed transmission, electrical module failures, drivability issues that triggered the dreaded "Stop Safely Now" warning, which means the truck is shutting down and you need to pull over immediately. The hybrid hardware adds components that independent mechanics are not equipped to service, which means every repair goes back to the dealer, which means every repair takes longer and costs more. Owners report diagnostic visits where the dealer cannot reproduce the fault and sends the truck home with the same problem it arrived with. Repair costs on hybrid-specific components run $3,000 to $8,000 on a truck that's stickered at $55,000 to $75,000. Ford built the truck of the future. They forgot to make sure it worked in the present. Number 2, Chevy Silverado / GMC Sierra 10-speed 10L80 2019 to present. We covered this transmission in our worst transmissions video, but the truck it lives in deserves its own warning. The 2019 and newer Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra with the 10L8 0-10-speed automatic is the truck that generated more owner complaints than almost any modern vehicle in its segment. And as of April 2026, it is the subject of an active class action lawsuit filed in federal court in California. Shuddering between 25 and 65 miles per hour, violent shifting, slipping gears, complete loss of power while driving, overheating under towing loads that these trucks are rated and advertised to handle. GM's response has been fluid, with fixes and software updates. For hundreds of documented owners, the problems came back within weeks. One owner went through 3 transmissions and 2 torque converters before hitting 100,000 miles. On a truck with minimal towing, normal everyday driving. The lawsuit names Silverado, Sierra, Tahoe, Suburban, Yukon, and Cadillac Escalade owners as affected parties. The complaint alleges GM knowingly sold vehicles with defective transmissions and failed to disclose the issue to buyers. Partial fixes run $2,000 to $3,000. Full replacements hit $4,000 to $7,000. On a truck you are still making payments on. This is the #1 reason you pull the full complaint and recall history on any late model Silverado or Sierra before you sign anything. Number 1. Ford F250/F35O Super Duty, 6.7-liter Power Stroke, 2011 to 2016 early models. Ford finally built a diesel engine worthy of the Super Duty name. Then the early production models reminded everyone that first-generation anything comes with a price. The 6.7-liter Power Stroke launched in 2011 as Ford's first in-house diesel engine, designed and built entirely by Ford rather than sourced from Navistar. The potential was enormous. The early execution had serious problems that mechanics documented from day one. Turbocharger failures, EGR system failures that caused coolant contamination and overheating, radiator failures that sent coolant into places coolant should never go, fuel system issues that caused hard starts and rough running, and a DEF system, diesel exhaust fluid, that added an entirely new category of failure points that owners of older Power Strokes had never dealt with. Repair costs on early 6.7-liter failures ran $3,000 to $9,000, depending on what failed and how long it was ignored. And here is what made this especially painful. These were brand new trucks. Trucks that cost $50,000 to $65,000. Trucks that owners bought specifically because they needed something they could depend on. Ford issued multiple TSBs across the 2011 to 2016 production run. The later models, particularly 2017 and newer, addressed most of the core issues, and the 6.7-liter became the engine it was always supposed to be. But the early owners paid for Ford's development costs, and mechanics who worked on these trucks in those years have not forgotten. The 6.7-liter Power Stroke is a great engine today. In its first 5 years, it was a very expensive lesson in why you never buy a first-generation diesel. 10 trucks, some brand new. Some are sitting on used lots right now. All of them have problems that mechanics see every single week. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your truck, your year, and your story in the comments. Let's warn every buyer who finds this video before they make the same mistake. Smash that like, subscribe to stay ahead of every bad deal on the lot, and I'll see you in the next one.